Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the midday news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral talks with leaders of US, South Korea and Saudi Arabia on sidelines of G20 summit in Japan. Union Home Minister Amit Shah proposes extension of President's rule in Jammu and Kashmir. Shakti Minister Gajendra Shekhawat says river cleaning to be taken up in mission mode across the country. India expresses concern at the UN over social media used by terrorists. Several parts of Gujarat and Maharashtra witness heavy rain as southwest monsoon advances. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, South Africa to face Sri Lanka at Chester Street today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today held a series of bilateral meetings with top leaders of the world on the first day of the G20 summit. The two-day summit began in Osaka, Japan this morning. Mr. Modi also held trilateral discussions with his Japanese counterpart and US President under J, Japan, America and India.
जापान, अमेरिका, इंडिया, जय का हमारा सीधा सीधा मतलब होगा विक्ट्री। हम तीनों अपने अपने तरीके से विकास की यात्रा में दुनिया में कुछ न कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हैं। हमारे इस फोरम को एक नई गति मिली है और इस रीजन को भी उसके कारण एक नया विश्वास पैदा हुआ है।
Prime Minister Modi and President Trump discussed a host of bilateral and global issues, including Iran, trade, defense and 5G communications networks, on the sidelines of the summit. Mr. Trump said the two countries would work together in many areas, including military.
We work together in many ways, including military, but we certainly work together on trade. And I think we're going to have very big things with India in terms of trade, in terms of manufacturing, and we will be discussing 5G.
Foreign Secretary Vijay Gokhale informed that Mr. Trump expressed hope that oil prices will remain stable. Mr. Modi outlined that India has 1 billion consumers and both the countries need to collaborate on communication networks. The Prime Minister held an informal meeting of the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, at the summit and discussed issues faced by the global economy. He also discussed the threat of terrorism with BRICS leaders. Speaking at the informal BRICS meeting, Mr. Modi said terrorism is the biggest threat to humanity.
आतंकवाद सारी मानवता के लिए सबसे बड़ा खतरा है। यह निर्दोषों की जान तो लेता ही है, आर्थिक प्रगति और सामाजिक स्थिरता पर बहुत बुरा असर भी डालता है। हमें आतंकवाद और जातिवाद को समर्थन और सहायता के सभी रास्ते बंद करने होंगे।
Mr. Modi met President of South Korea Moon Jae-in. Mr. Moon said Korea has a southern policy like India has an act-east policy, adding that these two can be synergized. The Prime Minister also had a meeting with Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. Both leaders discussed the situation in the Gulf, which can impact oil prices. Foreign Secretary informed that the Hajj quota has also been increased. The Prime Minister also took part in RIC leaders' informal meet. He is also scheduled to have bilateral meetings with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin during the summit. US President Donald Trump hailed his relationship with Russia's President Vladimir Putin as the two leaders held talks on the sidelines of the G20 meeting today. Trump met Putin for the first time since the special counsel found extensive evidence of Russian interference in the last US election. A major probe led by Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller found that there was an organized Russian campaign to influence the 2016 election won by Trump. Home Minister Amit Shah today moved a resolution in the Lok Sabha seeking further extension of President's rule in Jammu and Kashmir for 6 months with effect from the 3rd of July 2019. Moving the resolution, Mr. Shah said the preparation to conduct assembly elections in the state by the end of this year is underway. He said the centre is committed to a democratically elected government in the state. The minister also listed out the initiatives of the central government regarding development programs there. He said that pending issues related to Jammu and Ladakh are being resolved. Mr. Shah also moved the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2019 in the Lok Sabha for consideration and passage. The bill proposes reservation in educational institutions and government jobs for people living within 10 kilometers of the international border in Jammu. The bill will replace the related ordinance. Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat today said river cleaning will be taken up in mission mode across the country. Participating in a clean-a-thon event of Namami Gange in New Delhi this morning, Mr. Shekhawat said the rural sanitation coverage has reached 99% from 39% in October 2014. He said similarly the cleaning of River Ganga and its tributaries will be taken up in mission mode. Speaking on the occasion, Minister of State for Jal Shakti Ratan Lal Kataria said apart from Ganga, Yamuna, Kali, Bhagirathi, Alaknanda and Kosi will also be brought under the Clean-a-thon project. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Prakash Javadekar today said that BS6 emission norms will be implemented across the country next year. This move is expected to drastically reduce vehicular pollution. In reply to supplementaries in the Lok Sabha, Mr. Javadekar said from next year, BS6 compliant vehicles will be available and help reduce 90% vehicular pollution. He said due to the opening of peripheral expressway in Delhi, over 60,000 vehicles which earlier used to pass through the national capital are no longer doing so. Mr. Javadekar also said the government has installed air pollutant monitor system in over 3,500 industries. He said he will hold a meeting of chief ministers of 5 states to address the issue of stubble burning, a cause of air pollution during winter season. Food and Consumer Affairs Minister Ramvilas Paswan today said there is sufficient capacity of storage of central pool food grains at the national level. In reply to a question in the Rajya Sabha, the minister said the total storage capacity available for central pool stocks is over 862 lakh tons. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. India has expressed its concern over the use of social media by terrorists to radicalize youth and has called for a multi-stakeholder engagement to address challenges of hate speech online. India's Deputy Permanent Representative to the United Nations, Ambassador K. Nagaraj Naidu, said India watches with concern the groundswell of anti-Semitism, racism, intolerance and xenophobia in a world interconnected through technology. He was speaking at the informal meeting of the General Assembly on combating anti-Semitism and other forms of racism and hate. He said terrorists openly or under the garb of anonymity radicalize youth using social media, luring them into their nefarious designs. He emphasized that the issue of commitment from technology companies to abide by higher standards of regulations regarding content needs to be grappled with. Several parts of Gujarat and Maharashtra have witnessed heavy to very heavy rain in the last 24 hours as southwest monsoon advances in the states. A total of 97 talukas of 25 districts have received rain during the last 24 hours. Ankaleshwar in Bharuch district has received maximum 172 mm rainfall during the same period. Rains lashed several parts of Mumbai, including its neighbouring areas. After a prolonged dry spell, the city experienced rain 3 days after the announcement of the onset of monsoon in Maharashtra. More from our correspondent.
Waterlogging was reported from various low-lying areas of the city, leading to slow traffic movement. Trains on Central Railway line are also running late. The Regional Met Department of Mumbai said moderate rain with isolated heavy falls is likely to occur in city and suburbs in the next 24 hours. City Jain, AR News, Mumbai.
In Jammu and Kashmir, a terrorist has been killed in an encounter at Kanipura, Kralpura, Naugam area of Badgam district. The police spokesman told AIR that the body was retrieved from the site of the encounter and the identity and group affiliation of the slain terrorist is being ascertained. He added that incriminating material including arms and ammunition was recovered from the encounter site. The budget session of the Bihar legislature began from today. The session will continue till the 26th of July, having 21 sittings. The House was adjourned till Monday after making obituary references to former legislators. The House also paid tribute to children who died due to acute encephalitis syndrome, AES, in Muzaffarpur and its adjoining areas. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will resume his popular radio program Mann Ki Baat this Sunday. He will share his thoughts with people in the country and abroad for the first time after assuming office for the second term. In one of the earlier episodes of the program, the Prime Minister talked to students on how to tackle exam pressure.
दोस्तों, परीक्षा को अंकों का खेल मत मानिए। कहाँ पहुंचे, कितना पहुंचे, उस हिसाब किताब में मत फंसे रहिए। जीवन को तो किसी महान उद्देश्य के साथ जोड़ना चाहिए, एक सपनों को लेकर के चलना चाहिए, संकल्पबद्ध होना चाहिए।
Our Chandigarh correspondent reports that the program is very popular among masses in Punjab, Chandigarh and Haryana also. He spoke to some students and parents who got an opportunity to interact with the Prime Minister or were mentioned by the Prime Minister in his Mann Ki Baat program. Here are some excerpts.
मेरा नाम कार्तिक भारद्वाज है। पिछले साल प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने मन की बात में मेरे प्रयासों की प्रशंसा करके मुझे प्रोत्साहन दिया। देश के सबसे प्रभावशाली व्यक्तित्व के द्वारा समस्त देश के सामने जिक्र किया जाना मेरे लिए कल्पना से परे था। जब भी पढ़ते हुए इच्छा शक्ति में थोड़ी भी कमी आती है तो मैं उस क्षण को याद करके और अधिक मेहनत करने में जुट जाता हूँ।
पंचकुला से बात कर रही हूँ। पहले हमारे प्रधानमंत्री हैं जिन्होंने इस प्रोग्राम को शुरू किया है। जब एग्जाम के दिनों में उन्होंने बच्चों को मोटिवेशनल लेक्चर दिया, उनके पेरेंट्स को समझाया, तो ये बच्चों को इससे काफी फायदा हुआ है और मन की बात हमें बड़ा ही अच्छा प्रोग्राम लगता है और इसको हम जरूर सुनते हैं।
Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao and Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy began high-level discussions to resolve pending issues relating to the two Telugu states. The meeting began at Telangana Chief Minister's camp office in Hyderabad a short while ago. According to senior officials, river water sharing and assets sharing in tune with the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014 will top the agenda of the meeting, while issues relating to electricity distribution and other pending issues will also come up for discussion. In the ICC Cricket World Cup, South Africa will play Sri Lanka at Chester Street today. The match is slated to begin at 3 p.m. Indian time. A report.
Due to its low standing in the points table, the result of this match is irrelevant for South Africa as it is already out of the semi-finals. Sri Lanka will be fighting hard to win today's match and move closer to playing in the semi-finals. This match will be the penultimate ODI for soon-to-be retiring South African players JP Dumini and Imran Tahir. Vikas Narayan, Sports Desk, AIR News.
In Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir, a tourism promotion festival, Ladakh Singh Khabab's Sindhu Festival, is being celebrated today on the bank of the Indus River. Governor Satyapal Malik inaugurated the festival by hoisting the national flag. Mr. Malik also attended the all-religion meeting. Benchmark domestic indices today fell for second session in a row in afternoon trade. The Sensex and Nifty both declined around 0.3% amid negative cues from global stocks. Sensex of the Bombay Stock Exchange lost 120 points to trade at 39,466 a short while ago. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral talks with leaders of US, South Korea and Saudi Arabia on sidelines of G20 summit in Japan. Union Home Minister Amit Shah proposes extension of President's rule in Jammu and Kashmir. Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat says river cleaning to be taken up in mission mode across the country. India expresses concern at the UN over social media used by terrorists. Several parts of Gujarat and Maharashtra witness heavy rain as southwest monsoon advances. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, South Africa to face Sri Lanka at Chester Street today. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com. And with that, we end the Midday News.